Yo, 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 yo. What's good with it, man? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Each one teach nine. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Reporting live from the Dogon. You know what it is. Another session of Mac Minutes. Let's get it. Yeah, so I've had some people hit me up via social media, Facebook, Instagram, even my email. Come to think of it, I don't know. Do emails count as social media? I don't think so. Yeah, but even some of my frat brothers I really respect. 06. But yeah, thumbs up, give me the likes. No, they were like, yo, Reese, I know you saw that recent that episode of Atlanta, that Rich Wigga, Poe Wigga. Break it down for us. Let me know what you think. I'm just curious to hear your perspective. So this isn't going to be the Cliff Notes. I'm not going to give a scene by scene breakdown. But this season of Atlanta, shout out to Donna Glover. Shout out to the writers for what is this, season 3, the final season of Atlanta, season 3, I believe. Like, salute to y'all, cause y'all put everything out there. y'all definitely had y'all ear to the streets. Y'all heard different narratives, and y'all did justice. I respect this season. The very last episode, a little interesting, but yeah, Rich Wigga, Poe Wigga, yeah, it needed to happen. So yeah, basically at the beginning of this episode, Rich Wigga, Poe Wigga, Kevin Samuels was on it. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. But let me backtrack. At the beginning of the episode, there's like these bunch of shots of a room, and you hear somebody talking, and they're playing a video game. You see Post Malone. You see it's a Post Malone poster. What's the white boy that be wrestling everybody? Luke. I can't remember his name. Is it Luke Hogan? I don't know. The white boy that be with the blonde hair that fought and boxed all these different people. His comedy tour, a shot of a shirt from his comedy tour was on the wall. White boy kicking with other white boys on the wall. It gives you a whole ambiance, a feel. So all the B-roll, I guess. Is it B-roll? Yeah, B-roll shots. Shout out to all my photography, photography / videographers. Yeah, you see this whole background, and it creates a narrative. And when I saw it, I'm thinking, okay, we're in some white boy's room. And then the main character of the show is a kid named Aaron. When I saw Aaron, I'm like, okay, you're racially ambiguous. But the genius of the show is that it was in black and white. So you necessarily there was no delineation. I mean, there were some racial delineations, but if you were ambiguous, there was no clear side, because there was a lot of with the color spectrum being black and white, things were not as delineated. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, Aaron is on there. Post Malone, Luke, all the him kicking it with the white boys. On his wall, pictures, photographs of him with white boys. Yeah, you think you're in a white boy's room, and he's playing a video game, and there's a back and forth, and you actually see him. I'm like, oh, I can't tell if he's black or white. Is he a mulatto? I don't know. And for all the people in the science community, yes, I understand that race is just an abstract social construct. It is biologically void, null and void. I understand that. But hey, back to our program. Yeah, so I saw a white boy, or racially ambiguous boy, in the black and white, which kind of covered it up better, or made it harder to discern. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He's going back and forth. He's playing a video game. Vocally, and there is such thing as talking white, because white people their voices aren't necessarily as deep. The pitch is not as deep. So I could tell he was talking to black guys. And at one point he was like, they're like, oh, you're a pussy. There's a whole, you know how guys, the testosterone's pumping, ego's pumping. They're going back and forth over this video game. And he calls the guy a pussy. The other guys call Aaron a pussy. Where is he? He's jacking off. And at one point they made reference to to Aaron's mom giving them fellatio. Yeah, guys can be stupid sometimes. But yeah, so naturally Aaron's in his feelings, but Aaron ends up killing both of the guys he's playing in this game with, this video game with. And at the end they start trash talking, going back and forth, and again, you're a pussy. You don't get pussy. That's why you're so good at this game. And so there's a lot of trash talk back and forth. And then Aaron gets out of pocket, drops the M-bomb, and even makes reference to like a monkey or ape. What? He's, and signs off the game. After that, as it transitions, next morning, Aaron is in the car with his father. There's a teen that got killed. Aaron is just like, wait, yeah, I understand he got killed by Lennox Mall, or Lennox or something, and it's okay because I'm sure the police just told him freeze and to comply, and him being a nerd, he didn't want to comply and he got killed. And his father, who's a black man, was like, hey, and this kind of showed me, well, hold up, the whole dialogue was basically his dad saying, look, I want you to see how hard it is being black. But he's like, hey, I'll never know because you won't give me your car. And I don't think I have that encounter because I'm pretty racially ambiguous. But his dad was like, no, they'll see your nose. And you got your white friends fooled, but that big nose didn't come from your mama. It came from me, a black man. I'm assuming his mother was white. But, Aaron... he's very, I feel like he's trying to find his way. Not quite a tragic mulatto, that's what I'm thinking. I'll give him a pass. He's just trying to find his way. But yeah, so fast forward, they go to, his dad drops him off. They get to the school, and Kevin Samuels is in the lobby saying, hey, I'm going to give free scholarships. And everybody's jumping through the roof. Yeah, we got all the seniors, we're going to go to school for free. And then he's like, if you're black. And all the black kids start jumping through the roof. So yeah, this episode gets really interesting. You see a lot of people, they crip walking. What up, cuz? I got heat for you, cuz. Like everybody's crip walking. You got people shooting basketballs. They singing Shy. Ooh, da-da-doo, da-doo. Ooh, the very first time. I know y'all like my singing skills. But nah, like there's a whole narrative being created. They feel like, well, you know what? If it's just for black kids, we all about to be black. And the thing is, there's a scene where Aaron the kid that he was in front of, he looked like he may have been Indian, but he was just like, I looked up this guy, Robert S. Lee, the guy who, the irony that his name was Robert S. Lee, Robert Lee. Yeah, but that's a whole nother discussion. He was like, yeah, he doesn't think ADOS, American Descendants of Slavery, necessarily necessitates blackness. Blackness is a cultural narrative. So he's giving auditions. And so you got all these there was a kid with a Wu-Tang Clan shirt that looked like he might be Mexican. People crip walking, people harmonizing, and they want to buy their way into blackness to push themselves forward so they can get the scholarship. Again, the scholarship. And I know it's a comedy, but and this is these things, art like this needs to happen to perpetuate discussion. And my thing is blackness is so much bigger than American pop culture. Let me say it again. Blackness is so much bigger than American pop culture. So yeah, people are crip walking. Check my waves. All that's going on. People, non-black people trying to look black, but to make a long story, I keep saying that, but Aaron essentially has the conversation. After all that happens, he has a conversation. It's him. Aaron is pretty much culturally white. The white people embraced him. He has no black friends from what I saw. And he has a white girlfriend, and everybody's talking about going to ASC, some college. And after Robert Lee, after Kevin Samuels, a.k.a. Robert Lee, speaks his piece. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels again. Speaks his piece about only giving the scholarship to black kids. Oh, these white kids are talking. Oh, it's so easy for black kids to get a scholarship. It's basically reverse racism. Everything that was done to black people in the 50s and 60s and 40s is being done to black people now. And Aaron is sitting in the courtyard talking to these white kids. Yeah, and I think his girlfriend was like, yeah, I know Zion. I knew somebody who dated a black guy and he got a free ride. It's so easy for black people out here. And I'm just like, bro. But anyway, she was like, oh yeah, his name was Zion Williamson. And he went to college for a year, and he got a scholarship, and now he's in the NBA. And you just hear this white grief, everything's against me, everyone hates us. But I understand why they feel that way, because this country was designed only directly for white people to succeed. So I understand the anger. But then Aaron speaks up. Well, I'm sure if you're poor and you're black, it's not easy. So he pushed back a little bit. But yeah, we go from that to Aaron walking back into a school, talking about the FAFSA loan. Earlier his dad said, I'm not taking out no loans, no nothing. You got to go to school on your own. Save up the money to go to school. I think he said he had $4,000 saved up. And his dad was like, good, okay. But he was like, Dad, it costs $50,000 a year. Or some, was it a year? Yeah, either a year or a semester to go to ASC. Oh, well. But all that. Basically, he walks back in, and by happenstance, by chance, they invite him to go because he looks racially ambiguous. They say, "Hey, Redbone, Yellowbone, Redbone." I think it was Redbone. Hey, Redbone, come in. Redbone, come in. So he comes in for the audition to get his black card, and they asked him a lot of dumbass questions. What do you mix with Hennessy? Is it Holy Ghost or Holy Spirit? What else did they say? How long do you let chicken sit on the stove? Things that I thought were very, like, when I define blackness from a geographical perspective, a physiological perspective, a phenotypical perspective, and a political perspective. But I understand this is comedy. So that's yeah. But anyway, Aaron doesn't beat box on the table right, doesn't get the scholarship, and what happened? I don't get the scholarship, so he decides to go back to the school, Robert Esley. They changed the name from Stonewall Jackson to Robert Esley. And he decides I just flamethrower him or burn up the school. But I noticed he bumped into another guy who was Nigerian, who went to blow up the school, went to set the school on fire because he didn't get the scholarship either. So right before they're both with their flamethrowers about to set everything on fire, Aaron is like, "Why are you here?" And he's like, "I didn't get." And the other guy, his name was Felix. He was like, "I didn't get the scholarship because I'm not black. I was born in Nigeria, but I grew up in Lithonia. I don't know nothing about Nigeria, but I grew up in Lithonia." So pretty much, essentially, Aaron is like, "Well, it makes sense that he doesn't think you're black because you have a land. You're landlocked. You have a land and a lineage to revert to. So yeah, you're not a black American. Like, your experience is not tantamount to the black American experience." But anyway, they go back into it, flamethrowing each other. And what happens? They're trying to set the school on fire. They go back and forth. And Felix said, "Hey, this is where the black kids sit at the table," or something. And he gets shot. Felix. Kevin Samuels shows up, all that. "Oh, you trying to burn my school down?" Felix, a Nigerian kid. Kevin Samuels says, "Hey, take him to White Grady. No, take him to White Grady," all that other stuff. And he says, "I'm going to give you a scholarship. There's nothing more black than you being shot by the police." Yeah. But yeah, I want to expound. I mean, pretty much, fast forward, Aaron has a PO. Aaron realizes, hey, all these white kids that I kicked it with, they had the money and resources to go to college, they don't care about me. I'm a nickel. He looked like, so fast forward, he looked like he was working at like Best Buy or something, talking to the black chick, at the counter. Well, not at the counter, but she's trying to buy something. "Oh, her ass is stupid." That's what Aaron said, And the white girl, here's some stuff I left out. She broke up with him. He sees her again and he talks to her. I've never been so more. I've never been so much more. I've never been this attracted to you. Blah blah blah. But mind you, Aaron, all the other stuff. You know, he got his hair cut really low. He got the brush. He's a new now because he realized white society did not accept him. So that's and that's the thing that's crazy. It's like being black is the plan B. Mainstream white society does not embrace me or accept me, so I'm gonna just rock with the news. And that's what I feel like he did. And my thing is like being black. I don't have enough gigabytes in this camera to explain what being black is. But when it comes to now, when we're dealing with lineage and genealogy, lineage, genealogy, being a black American, ADOS, I'm ADOS, American Descendants of Slavery. When it comes to what's being black in it, but when it comes to what's being black, it's very nuanced. And it's just interesting how some people, I feel like black essentially is like an aesthetic or something people pull from to their benefit, and they just be like, I don't want to be black no more. But I'll pull from it to the extent that it benefits me. Hi, Doja Cat. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Or maybe I should have. But no, again, I don't have enough gigabytes in my camera. I think this episode was great because it just shows how Aaron essentially was a tragic mulatto. And then he realized greater white society did not accept him, so I'm going to just rock with the news. And people will be news to the extent that it benefits them, but they don't want to disrupt mainstream white society. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too honest, too truthful. I don't know. But I thought this episode was great. This season of Atlanta, very interesting. Zone 1, Zone 6, the whole ATL. I'm a transplant. I didn't grow up here. but I came here in the early 2000s. No, actually, yeah, early 2000s.